Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's a confusing notion that the conservatives are the resistance in this new form of government that we have. It's confusing because we feel resisted, right? We feel, but let me just explain something. We are always resisted because we have common sense. We've always felt resisted. The problem is, and what you probably don't realize, is that things flipped on you. Immigration, they tell you, is good. Illegal immigration is good. Forget the legal system. Nobody cares about the legal immigration system. We have this illegal system that we've got to support. Refugee resettlement is good. Even if they're killing you, it's good. Education, academia, it's good. Even if it's not educating. It's indoctrinating. So what, kids aren't taking stem cells and America's not the leader in technological advancement any longer because we're focused on social justice? That's a good thing. We're going to make the world a better place. And I could go on. So what, your foreign policy stinks and you let Iran build bombs and North Korea build bombs, everybody threatening everybody. The UN has done nothing. Who cares? Keep funding it. Send it money. See, we've always thought of the government as being part of what we are supposed to support. And what happened was it changed. Government doesn't care about us. Look, I'm not anti-government, but I will promise you this. Your government doesn't care about you. It cares about you. You are an electron in a sea of other electrons. And your job is to do what electrons do. Flow. Go with the flow. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get you an engineering lesson. But you're a resistor. And in electronics, a resistor resists the flow. That's what it does. So if I've got a 100 ohm resistor in one circuit and a 50 ohm resistor in another, you know where the circuit's going to go? You know where the electricity is going to flow? It's going to flow more in the 50 ohm resistor. Because the 100 ohm resistor goes, oh, no, you're not coming this way. And that's what you're doing. You're in the circuit, and it's been flowing now because they've set it up to flow their way, the easy flow of electricity. Why do you think they make students stupid? Why do you think all the Madison Avenue advertisements to get you to do stuff is to make you stupid? They want you to not resist. You've been trained to stop resisting. When Obama was in office, there were scandal after scandal, and there were so many, you were overloaded, and you blew. Resistors blow, and you stopped resisting. You just became you didn't open as a circuit. You just closed down and said, okay, I'm just, no more resistance. And you let the current flow is to its heart's content. So now you've got zero resistance. That current is just flowing through that circuit. And that's why Barack Obama says, I'm scandal-free administration. Knock on wood. Scandal-free. Yep. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. That's Sun Tzu. And he was right. The Democrats, the leftists, whatever you want to call them, they broke our resistance without fighting. They didn't even have to fire a shot. You know how they did it? They ruined families, particularly black families. That was intentional because we are boisterous. Black folks will get in your face. But they ruined the black family. They ruined the education system from the cradle to the grave. You thought, hey, if my kiddo's in a good school, high school, and I have to work with them on their homework, I'll send them off to college, they'll be good. Your kid came back completely unresistant. Go with the flow. In fact, worse than that, part of it. That's what happened. You became part of it. I listen to people bleeding heart. You say the wrong thing. I see conservatives. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Kevin, can I laugh at that joke? If it's something black, or I say something about Obama and do some allude in any way Let's say I'd say something about Obama and put watermelon in the sentence. Oh, people get crazy. You've been taught not to resist. You know it. And what happened was you finally got mad enough back in November 2016 where you said, you know what? I'm gonna fight this a little bit. So you stopped resisting. H.G. Wells said the path of least resistance is the path of the loser. I want you to think about that. There are people all the time that go, well, I always take the path of least resistance. I get it. If there's a trail that's been blazed by somebody, you're walking through a place and on campus and they go, hey, there's a shortcut and it's a good way to go. And everybody go. But when you're talking about life, the path of least resistance, that's the loser's path. Look, I've raised kids. I've trained kids. I know who's going to be good at something and who's not, simply by who's willing to put in the work. And you finally, I'm not chastising you, by the way. We're just having a good conversation here. I'm actually proud of you because you now understand what your role is. You are a 1,000,000 ohm resistor in a circuit, and they're used to you being 10 ohms. That current just flows through you like butter, like a raging river. And suddenly you're 1,000,000 ohms. And that current hits you and goes, uh-oh. And it looks for another place now. It looks for an easier way, an easier route. That's exactly what's happening right now with this investigation. What happened, in the past, the Democrats could have told you that Republican FISA memo is a joke, man. You don't believe it. And you'd go, well, they do have a point. And then they'd release theirs. And they'd say, we've refuted everything and haven't refuted anything. But the media would tell you, oh, the Democrats have refuted it. And you'd go, oh, okay, that's good. That's a good thing. And now you go, when that Republicans released it, you were outraged. You became a bigger resistor. Then the Democrats released theirs and you became a bigger resistor because you were even more outraged that they didn't even refute the Republicans. They just tried to come over the top with nonsense and you go, I don't buy it. And you became more resistant. And the Democrats are going, holy cow. What do? They're building up more resistance. You, America, conservative America, you are the resistance. And you have a guy in there who is resisting the very government that he runs. You may not like the tactics. You may question what's going on there. But let me tell you something. Donald Trump's smart. I'm convinced he's a lot smarter than most of these people want to give him credit for. And as I said, get him in the target zone. That's what he's doing so far. And there's a guy that... well-respected journalist friend of mine who says, Kevin, I think Mueller might actually be on Trump's side. I want to talk about Mueller's potential interview with Donald Trump when we come back. But I want you to understand, we're going to be talking resistance, and you are indeed the resistance.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.